Alessandra, still reeling from the recent disappearance of women in the town and the unsettling encounter with her childhood acquaintance, William Lancaster, is about to marry Edgar Collins. At the church, the encounter with the priest, Father Peter, is bizarre and unsettling. Peter, initially hesitant and suspicious, is ultimately coerced by Edgar into performing the ceremony. The atmosphere is tense, and Alessandra is left deeply disturbed by the events unfolding. What secrets does Father Peter hold that give Edgar so much leverage over him? What is the true extent of Edgar's past violence, and what does it foreshadow for their future? Will Alessandra ever be able to escape the shadows of her father's past and the dangers that surround her? What are the long-term consequences of this forced marriage for both Alessandra and Edgar?
You might need to retire, Peter. Your memory seems to be bad.
Edgar released Peter's throat with a shove. He wasn't in the mood to have anyone else disrespect Alessandra in front of him.
It must be bad. How could I forget? You are here to wed this wonderful woman.
Peter tapped his mouth with his hand, scolding himself for making such a comment.
I apologize for the comment, miss.
I wasn't offended by it. It must be strange for someone to come to get married with a coat covering their head, Alessandra replied.
The church has seen stranger things. Now, hand me the rings.
Peter held out his hand, waiting for the rings to be placed in his palm.
You do have rings, right? Only the engagement ring.
Edgar placed his hand in his pants pocket to fish out the ring he collected a while ago.
Do you like this one?
He showed it to Alessandra.
You haven't shown her the engagement ring yet?
Peter placed his hand on his forehead, almost stumbling backward by how unprepared Edgar was.
If the lady is not pregnant, please come again another time or plan a proper wedding.
Edgar looked behind Peter to a small pile of wires near the altar.
Give me a bit of the wire.
He walked past Peter with the intention of making 2 makeshift rings. He would have proper rings delivered in the morning.
He didn't even say please,
Peter muttered. But with Edgar distracted, he decided to talk to the woman standing beside him.
If you are marrying him just because he is good-looking and rich, think again. I keep telling everyone marriage should only be about love. Are you certain you want to go through with this?
Yes, Alessandra answered. Nothing in this world could change her mind. Peter looked over his shoulder at Edgar, still messing around with the wires.
He can't hear us, you know. You can be honest with me. I took an oath to never repeat what you tell me to anyone else.
I truly want to marry him, but thank you for your concern. Peter sighed, knowing this wouldn't end well. But the young women who visited were always blinded by what they thought was love. They all wanted to get married, but had no idea what they were permanently signing themselves up for. He gave her the chance to think about this, but since she was adamant, he gave up. I would like to ask for one thing. Do you perhaps have proper masks lying around? I don't like to show my face. It doesn't feel right to stand with a coat over my while you wed Edgar and me. Alessandra wanted to remove the coat altogether and show her face, but could not bring herself to.
There is nothing about this union that feels right,
Peter muttered. He felt like the only sane person here.
Alessandra stood beside Edgar, a man whose intentions remained shrouded in mystery. He had arrived unannounced, bearing only an engagement ring and a desperate need to be married. Peter, a man of faith, found himself questioning the sanctity of the ceremony. Was this truly love, or something far more sinister? Was Alessandra a willing participant, or a captive to a force beyond her control? And what secrets did the coat conceal?
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.